package here. I just got a package. Okay. Okay, so that's the fear right now. So I'm trying. This is a new concept for me. I'm trying to like. I should probably just get used to this shit. Fucking feel like I'm gonna stop talk, because actually, like, I realized yesterday that even when things get kind of anxiety-inducing, where you have some thoughts in your head that are like, oh my god, I'm uh, this is bad. I need to fucking do something. I need to figure it out. I need to like calm down. That is actually the best time to just ignore whatever the fuck you're like freaking out about. Like, imagine, so you know those cases where you get some like fucking crazy emails. Oh my god, adds to the stress factor. So if actually anything that causes you to stress out and like not be able to think about your stuff, that is actually the best time to think about your stuff. Like intentionally ignoring whatever the fuck you're like. Okay, so that sounds really almost impossible, like the way I described it, but like literally, when you are doing something, when you are like trying to get some work done, and then something's on your mind that distracts you, I think there's a part of you, or anyone, part of me at least, that's like, okay, I need to not fully focus on what I'm doing. I have to figure this out first. I have to figure out this problem. I have to fix this text message feeling awkward. I don't know, embarrassment, humiliation. I don't know, someone's mad at me. I have to fix it first before I get my stuff done. So that's like, of course, that's probably like, that's kind of like common sense, right? I mean, people, you can't, like, I think, I don't know, I get that feeling a lot when something happens and I send something in the chat that I'm never used to sending, and then it feels like fucking the world is gonna end or something. And then I'm like, okay, I can't fully focus on my task. But the key is, you don't actually have to fully focus on your task. You can just do your task without fully focusing. Of course, there's the thought. That's the key, actually. I'm gonna say that again. Like, so, I'm processing while I'm talking. So please bear with me. I'm like having some train of thought. This is actually really good, healthy for me. I feel like I'm documenting the way I think. I'm trying to talk about it, and I hope that talking about it kind of like makes the concept more ingrained into me. So yes, so that's the thing. Like, the more if you're distracted about some concept, then what you should really do is just keep trying to do whatever you're doing, even if you don't have full focus. Because now why should anyone do that? And you risk fucking up. Right? You risk making mistakes because you're not fully focused. That's true. That's true. Yeah. But you're not always going to be fully focused. So what if you just work really hard? So imagine, okay, how should I describe this? So I'm going to describe this in the most simplest way. Like, if you're going to do work, if you're doing work and you're not fully focused, and you're trying to do work really hard, and just like making mistakes and all that, oh my gosh, that's scary. Oh my god, mistakes, right? Making mistakes, consequences. But I think this kind of state you're in is just another state. It's not bad. It's not, I don't know, it's just another environment. A mental environment where you're not at your very best. But what if you practice working really hard while in this environment? Then you're really good. Then you'll get really good at working while not focused, providing output, doing something, moving things along even when you're not fully focused. So why would anyone do that? So yeah, so you don't even have to always be focused, but it's just a difference in the level of focus that's kind of scaring me. Like, I'm so used to working on something when my mind is so fresh and there's nothing going on, and I'm not worrying about other things. But that's exactly like the people are not used to working when they're not at their best, I guess. So the best thing to do is to practice working when you're not at the level of, how do I phrase this neutrally? Like, at the level, you need to practice working at this different mental environment. It's just another, I kind of call it mental environment. It's a cool name. So in that way, when you want to get better at kind of being human in this mental environment, yes. So that means that you have to accept everything that happens. You have to see everything as just practice, as just exposure and experience, and then you will get better at that state. So that kind of enables a lot of things. So first of all, if someone, I feel so weird saying if you're, who am I talking to? I'm talking to no one. I'll describe it from my perspective, even though it's more uncomfortable. So, I am, I am saying things, and it might come out weird because I am kind of overwhelmed right now, but it's okay. Literally trying to explain things while walking, while balancing a lot of concepts. I'm actually processing really well. I think this kind of walk to the bus stop or train station is actually really healthy for me. So let's say it's like a flow chart, right? So if you're really good at, first of all, you have to see what you're doing. I have to see what I'm doing as practice. Everything is practice, everything is reps. The more you do something, the more you are able to do it more instinctively without thinking. But that only comes from repeated exposure. So one of the things that we do not have much exposure with is uncomfortable environments, because naturally we want to lean towards environments that are comfortable. Or I keep saying you. I like to lean into environments that are very uncomfortable. Maybe not everyone. Maybe people like to fucking stress themselves out, but I personally want to be comfortable. So I do not have much exposure with environments that are uncomfortable. So therefore, when I'm exposed to an uncomfortable environment, such as an environment that has a distractor in the playing field, such as some kind of concern or worry, or kind of thought that I did something wrong socially or something, then I suddenly am not, I'm not, I don't know, I am suddenly not at my peak anymore. I am, my productivity goes down and I start freaking out. But even that is something that you can practice with too. Anyways, yeah. So, and I'm saying a lot of things. I don't even know what I'm saying. But the main thing is, what is the main thing? I don't know. The main thing is you should practice everything. See everything as just if your goal is to be someone who's really, if my goal is to be someone who's very productive, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. If you are someone who is trying to achieve a goal, right? Then you have to see how you could work towards that goal in different environments. Mental environments, physical environments, emotional environments. Yeah. It does not matter what it is. It's just another state, yeah. It's like layers of states. It's like a fucking onion, Like, you're gonna try to do something. Okay, let me give you an example, right? So, I'm walking to the bus stop trying to film myself talk about this thing to really practice or ingrain the idea that if you're trying to do something and then there's something distracting you, then it's actually the best time to do something, even if your mind is not fully focused. That's because a lack of focus is just another state. And then if you keep practicing trying to work in this unfocused state, then you'll get better overall. Your productivity will go up. You'll start making less mistakes. You'll get better at it because it's going to be easier to be human, to do whatever you want to do while not focused. And so then we will be able to keep going forward. And then, yeah. And anything will cause you to be less focused, such as doing weird stuff like filming yourself in public. That's weird. I'm actually like my brain, I feel my brain working really hard, which is good. And then now you have practice for that feeling where your brain is working really hard and you're used to that feeling and you can still do whatever you want to do. You're going to make more mistakes, sure. You're going to feel very stressed. But I think that stress, if you're able to, is compensated by the knowing that you are practicing a new thing, even if it's hard. You are practicing a hard thing. You are practicing an emotionally difficult thing. If you are doing something that is difficult, if you are doing something, actually it's like, okay, I have to make it sound more like philosophical and deep, like if you are a bitch. If you're stressed out, now you have practice for being stressed out. But how do I phrase this to make it more motivating, Like, we want to be motivated to achieve our goals somehow. We want to work towards something. But then we could be kind of, us working towards something can easily be hurt, slowed down by other things in life. But now you're in this environment where your work productivity is being slowed down by these other things in life. Wouldn't you want to see if you could practice working in these environments? Because if you're so used to environments where you're slowed down, then actually, will you actually be slowed down? So, at first you'll be like, oh my god, I feel so slow right now. But then you're like, mentally you could be like, oh my god, this is like, oh my god, I'm in this environment that's like trying to make me slow down because I'm distracted by something. Maybe I am slowing down. Maybe, like, if I want to, like, it's kind of like very contradictory, but it sort of makes sense. It sort of makes sense the more I talk about it to myself. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying. It's very, I have like a grasp on the idea, but like, slow down. Slow down productivity is a state. Slow down productivity is a state. So you have to practice being in this state. Intentionally chase environments where you're actually being slowed down. To chase environments where you might be saying some contradictory shit and keep saying it. And get used to the feeling of saying fucking random bullshit. Like, what I'm saying actually does not have to be correct. I can just say incorrect things that are just like vibes at this point. But that's the point. That's actually the point. That's actually a very strong example that I'm showing. Like, you should be comfortable with anything, saying the wrong thing, saying something that might be contradictory and confusing and not clear, but that's actually, at least you're saying something, you know, at least, like, fuck, what am I saying? I don't know. The point is, you don't have to always okay, here's an example. Another example. So I am going to get some work done on a laptop. And then I may have some brain fog because I'm overwhelmed or some shit. And then that's actually the best time to just like accept that I'm not able to fully focus on whatever I'm doing. Just keep doing it. Like, don't even question. Maybe my thinking will be less. I will be less like understanding what I'm doing, but the more I do it in this state, the idea is I'm able to get better at it. So maybe actually by not being fully focused and still doing it, I will in the long term learn how to be focused or something. There's going to be some benefit.
Wait.
But that's highly speculative. Yeah, that's what I think. What time is it? $10:41. Yeah, it's a candle. I don't know if I should call this working or walking. Maybe I should just call this like vlog in general. That's sort of easier. Why do I need categories? Everything is so fucking entwined. Intertwined? Oh, that's a beautiful Mercedes. The more I look at beautiful cars, the more I want to buy a car. The more I want to get this project to work. So that I can actually make money. Right now, it's almost done. Yeah, it's actually a really beautiful car. Oh man. I want that car. Do I want an SUV or a sedan? I think a sedan is easier to drive and an SUV is more comfortable. And a SUV sort of has like a bolder statement. Maybe I'm open to SUVs, but I don't know. Look, it's me. In the reflection. Okay, I'm gonna stop my fuel. It's a thing. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna transition to making all my vlogs like vlog. Vlog 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Honestly, it's more exposing. It feels like I'm just vlogging for vlogging. There's less of a specific purpose. But I think that's fine. Like vlogging just to vlog. Instead of vlogging because I'm working or violin or something. But then I should just rename all my vlogs in order. I think that's a better thing. It's easier. I'd have to track which specific number I want, like vlogging what number, or video working what number, whatever. It's just a vlog. That's fine. Should I just call it vlog? Yeah, it's literally a vlog. Where's my vlog? That's fine. So then I'll just be posting like several hour-long vlogs. That's cool. I do have the better capacity and the memory card capacity to actually get that done, so that's fine. I have to get better looking at myself when I talk. Hi. I look very weird when I talk, but that's fine. I just need a lot of practice talking. And I don't even have to talk about anything. I could just talk about random shit, like how my face looks when I'm talking or something. Like the more I talk and looking at myself, my brain will make kind of like the I don't know. It's gonna be easier. There's no specifics. I'm just gonna get better at it. The more I talk while looking at myself, I'm gonna get better at talking while looking at myself. That's the key, you know. Also talking when people are around. That's actually kind of scary too. But I have to kind of like process it and see it as a way for me to improve. Interesting. And also being sane with the camera is also like kind of scary.
No, 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 I got it. Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Thank you for that. You should run and pick up the self-serve, which is by